Today, I will be breaking down the massive Grow a Collection update. This includes a new dungeon that holds Articuno, a new Robux pack in the shop and chest rotations, a new secret card, and so much more, so let's hop right into it. Starting off with the new charge pack. You could get these packs by buying them from the premium store with Robux, or you could get them from the chest rotations. You have a 1% chance of getting them every time you open the chest, or if you don't end up getting them by the 5th try, you're guaranteed to get one. So make sure you open them daily chest every time you get on. This pack includes Volt Rays and Volt Rage. These are now the strongest electric type cards in the game, having a base 220 multiplier for Volt Rage and a base 210 multiplier for Volt Rays. I recommend trying to get these cards as soon as possible because these are currently the best cards you could use against Articuno. Moving on to displays. They added a new display into the game called the Starium display. This display costs 25 million a piece and you could buy up to 3 of them and generates the most income out of all of them. And the upgrades that you're able to get on this one are Grass, Water, and Psychic. While we're speaking about upgrades, they also balance changed the displays a little bit. They made them more expensive to purchase, but they made the upgrades for them cheaper. Also, this will be the last week that these passes are in the game, so make sure that you complete as much of these passes as you can so you take advantage of the rewards that you're able to get. As we move on into the dungeons, you need to make sure that you complete everything you want for the Halloween event. This will be the last week that the Halloween event will be in the game. So this includes the Haunted Mansion and the Halloween shop. So if you haven't got Void Right yet, you need to grind for it and try to get as many as possible. As well as make sure you spend all your candies. If you've been collecting your candies from the Wick Pass, make sure you use them in the Halloween shop because they have Halloween packs and decorations. They also added new decorations that you could go get right now. But all the Halloween stuff after this week will be gone. Make sure you spend all the candies you have saved up and make sure that you complete everything you want to complete based off the Halloween stuff. The new decorations they added to the shop is the Halloween skull decoration and the Halloween coffin decoration. If you haven't seen those yet, make sure you get you a couple saved up because there will be no more after this week. They have finally redone the way the dungeon lobby has been set up. If you've been watching me here recently, I've been complaining about this for a little while now. So I am glad they finally made this change. You can now pick whatever dungeons you want to run at any time. You just walk into a spot, it has the dungeons listed, you choose the dungeon you want, you choose the amount of players you want and the difficulty you want. You can even now select if you want friends only or not. So this is a huge improvement and a great quality of life change for the dungeons. They added a new dungeon called Frostspire Cavern. This dungeon holds Articuno, and as I mentioned earlier, the best cards to use against this will be the ones from the charge pack, the Volt Rage and the Volt Rays. They will be the strongest cards against this boss. If you do not have those yet, try to use the best electric or grass cards that you have. Like I am currently running 2 gold Necro Woods from the Halloween pack and 2 gold Sraichus from the beach packs. Those are the best electric and grass type that I have, as well as 1 shiny Sparking from the elemental pack because it has the same stats as the gold Sraichus. If you do not have those cards unlocked, just try to find the best grass and electric type cards you can because those will be best suited for this dungeon. And you will only need a maximum of 5 cards in this dungeon. There's only 5 spawn enemies to defeat to get XP from to get cards. You start with 3 cards. It takes 2 to get an extra card so you can destroy 4 of them and then leave 1 extra and you'll have a total of 5 cards. So you need to pick the 5 best cards you have to take this on. And first things first, upon entering a dungeon, I would like to shout out the creators of this game because I believe they've done a really well job making this dungeon. I really like this dungeon a lot. I don't know if it's just because I personally really love the snow theme of it, and a lot of it might be because I just love Articuno so much, but I really like the way this dungeon is laid out because it doesn't take long to get into the action. Like I mentioned before, you only need to kill 4 of the 5 spawn ones. They're relatively close to the spawn, and in order to get to the boss fight, it is not a long walk away like the first and second one have been. The Giga Rock dungeon and the Void Ride dungeon have been a pretty long walk in order to get to the boss fight. This new one is not as much walking, so I really like that quality change a lot. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the new secret Biduf card. They added this new Biduf card, and you're gonna get it anytime within the dungeons. You just gotta make sure you look out for it. All you have to do is walk up to these little blue things scattered around the map, and sometimes there'll be a card laying up under them. All you have to do is click E on it, collect it, and then the card is yours. Just make sure that every time you're running the dungeons, you check every single one of these spots. I will post a few here just so you have a relative idea. They even have one up under the skull, under the waterfall, so be sure to check that one as well. Continuing on through the dungeon, like I mentioned before, you only need to kill 4 of the 5 spawn enemies to unlock all the 5 cards you could pull from your deck. Once you do that, you find the key. Hopefully you can find the key in those first 4 and the door will open where you can find the boss. There's a little hole, you drop through the drop down and then you'll see Articuno. I believe they set this up really well because it doesn't take long to get into the action. And once you're at Articuno, it's just like the other 2 boss fights before. Articuno has the one single hit attack where it hits the enemies and then it'll eventually have the charge up attack, the ones with the red circle beneath it, where it'll hit, like, highlight all your cards and it'll hit all your cards, so make sure you retreat. But it's literally just like the same 2 before. You're just rinsing, repeating back and forth, back and forth. So if you've been playing, you'll have a good handle on how to defeat this and how to go about attacking it. I don't know how I feel about this. I hope they add more like fighting mechanics to the game as the game progresses. I currently love everything they've done about this update. It's been fantastic. Great changes all around in my opinion. They've done a fantastic job with this update. I just hope that eventually, whenever they add more like fighting mechanics and stuff, that they'll break down how the fighting mechanics work, because these bosses have had like the same mechanics. They'll have the single hit attack and then they'll have the highlight all attack, and they all work in the same fashion, so it ain't really anything new. A new card, a new dungeon, reskin with the same attacks. The cards are cool. Everything's great. The layout of the dungeon is fantastic. It's amazing. I just hope that as the game progresses on, they will add new fighting mechanics. So hopefully at some point we'll see that. But now upon completing the dungeons, you are able to replay them from within the dungeons. So if you're wanting to grind, instead of having to back out, leave, and then go start another one, if you want to redo the same dungeon over and over to try to get the new cards from them, such as Articuno for example, you can defeat Articuno and you'll wait after you collect the chest, or after you defeat it, you'll have like that 30-second period where you collect your little souls and stuff and then the chest stuff. Now with that, once you do defeat Articuno or the other ones as well, it doesn't matter, you'll have that 30-second period. You'll have a replay tab in the top right of the screen where you could just replay the dungeon. So after that 30 seconds is up, it'll load you back into the dungeon again, instead of having to back out to the lobby, then going and resetting it up as well. So that is another good quality of life change that they added, so that is also fantastic. Another thing they did was change the odds of dungeon cards. The gold used to be 1 out of 100 chance and the shiny used to be a 1 out of 22 chance. They changed the gold down to a 1 in 50 chance to get, and they changed the shiny down to a 1 in 12 chance to get. So those are great quality of life changes, because whenever I was grinding for Darkrai before the change, I was playing for days and I couldn't get a single one. So that is a great change. So now hopefully you'll be able to get more dungeon cards for your time grinding them. This should be everything that you guys need to know about the new update. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please drop a like. It means so much. It helped me out a lot. As well, subscribe to see more Roblox videos and more Grow a Collection videos from me in the future. Also, please, if y'all have the time, drop a comment as well, letting me know if y'all like the way I structured this video, because I tried to make this video a little bit differently, a little bit more work into it than the other videos that I've done. If you like this one better compared to the rest of them, it'd be greatly appreciated if you'd let me know down in the comments below. With all that being said, it's been your boy Craven Bacon, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.